you have the narrative that these women are pushing, saying I'm boss bees and I hold my own and all that. So when you meet a man, what do you expect him to expect? He wants you to hold your weight, because this is what you preaching. You preaching that you a boss. So bosses pay bills.
What you saying?
The women that pursue us treat us better than the ones we pursue. I can say that much.
What women out here pursuing?
A lot of them.
Where they at? Where y'all at, ladies?
That's why
where's y'all at? Where y'all at out here chasing these men? Where y'all chasing them to?
I don't inbox no women. My inbox is full of women. So I want to kick it off, man, with the first question of the day. I want to know, is it when you upon dating, right, in the beginning, do you think it is okay to see other people while you're dating, or focus on that one person that you meet?
Can I? Oh yeah, that's how I date. That's how I date. I strongly believe in seeing other people. I mean, that's what dating is to me. You know, if I'm going to commit to someone, I believe that has a name. It's called marriage. You know, so when I'm seeing you and I'm dating you, yeah, I believe that we should see other people. What if I meet somebody else that I like? Now it becomes something different, you know. So I make that real clear when I'm dating someone. You know, you want me to yourself, you better like on me. You know,
I don't agree with that, just being honest, and I'll explain later on.
You better come and get this. You know, when you want something, you could have anything you want. When you want something, go get it. You know, don't push something that another person don't want. You know, I know a lot of people date that way. They date you. They want to just date you. Soon as we sleep together, all we together, and then all these bad and terrible things happen. You know, like, no, let's be open. That's maturity, you know, that I think a lot of people lack, especially older people. You know better. You know that it doesn't work out that way. You know, when you're just seeing one person and you have these hormones raging all over the place, or whatever you want to call it.
No, I think the key is that you need to find you something closest to what you don't mind waking up seeing every day, in a good, bad, and in different forms. When you see them, you need to get with a woman that has somewhat closest to the physical capabilities that attract you, that want to keep you there. You see her silhouette, you always enjoy it. If she gain a little weight, you still enjoy that. But if you constantly dating people at the same time, you might as well just try to look polygamous relationship, because it's gonna be hard to break that. Just being honest.
No, let's be adults. Let's be mature, and then if we like each other, you know, you could grow to love someone. You know, if we like each other, let's go about the proper channels of taking it to that next level. But no, I'm not going to commit to someone I'm dating. Period.
What do you think?
I agree. I agree.
Oh, that's a big one. Okay.
She got the breasts out.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that you should just exclusively date a person until you know that might be your person, or you're looking for that to be your person, or whatever.
Bro,
until
that's dangerous.
It's not. So,
that's bad advice.
Yeah, you're supposed to date. That's what dating is. You date most people until you decide to be exclusive with that one person.
Preach.
That won't happen often, me agreeing with you.
I know.
How about you?
I don't think I would call it dating in the beginning. I'll just say I'm hanging out with someone, getting to know them. This weekend, I'm going to spend time with you. Next weekend, I'm over here. When I feel like I have an interest in a certain individual, then to me, that's when it turns into the dating phase. Before that, we were just kicking it. We were just doing something.
No, you gonna date. You gonna take me on some dates.
I mean, we outside. You're kicking it. If we going to the show this weekend, we going to the show this weekend. You know, right now it's wintertime. If we going downtown and ice skating, that's just what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if 2 or 3 days later, somebody else reach out, hey, what you doing this evening? Nothing. Hey, you gonna go here? Sure, fine.
No,
that's not dating to me. You just outside enjoying life.
Kicking it, yeah.
Right now, if I have an interest with a certain individual, then to me that's when the dating kick in. So at that point, it will be intentional.
Dangerous advice. That right there is a catalyst to make niggas crash out. That's a catalyst for a disaster. You don't go, yeah, I'm gonna go kick it with this dude, then that dude, then that dude. Oh, but the one dude I'm real serious with, I'm kicking with him on a different level. If any of those guys find out, they all gonna be pissed off. If they're just normal guys for the most part, they not gonna understand what you're doing. It's gonna look like you trying to play games, because all of them want to be serious. Do not listen to that. If any women are watching this, that's dangerous advice.
But before that, I wouldn't call it dating. I wouldn't put no title on it.
Okay, I see what you. So you feel when you're dating, it should just be with one person there.
It could be, but to me, it's a whole step or phase or whatnot that happens before you get to that point. That's just my viewpoint on it.
Okay.
I think that I don't know. I've been in both situations, like dated a bunch of people and try to figure out who is the best one out of all of them, you know. And then I've dated where I was intentional about being with this person. So when I'll put it like this: she caught me in a phase in my life where I wanted somebody, and when I met her, everything seemed so good that nobody else mattered. I wasn't even thinking about the other chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I faded away from their ass because she was what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I've been on both sides. I done been with this, like she said, this weekend, that weekend type shit. But I think it's pretty much what type of space you in mentally. Because I think if you dating with intentions, like, of course you can go out to eat with multiple people, you know, but at what point do you start separating, like, okay, this one make more sense? Or because at the end of the day, we all competing for each other, you know? So it's like whichever man is suiting.
What do you mean?
Because like this, a man is competing with other men for a certain woman, and women are competing for a man with other women. So we all trying to, like, when you meet somebody, this is why you got these good ass first impressions. This is why before what we talked about when we wasn't on camera about how y'all get food and a nigga change after you have the shorty, because people come in the door with this fake persona. Everybody's lying.
Period.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you date, when you meet a person, you meet their representative. You meet their representative.
For sure.
But it does not take you long to figure out, like, sometimes you be, you know, depending on the space that you're in life or where you at mentally, you may be, you know, thinking this may be something that it's not. Or those red flags look green. You know,
But
you
wouldn't
be a
you
little
say that
colorblind,
women kind of fool
Glorilla say.
themselves when they like a man?
Sometimes we absolutely do, because we're looking for something. Especially once you give yourself to that man and you start liking, you know, this situation or whatever the case is, you're looking for this to turn out to what you have, you know, in your mind of what this, you know, you want this relationship to be a certain thing. Most people don't work on the relationship with the man and figure out what it is he wants. You know, we think about, like, kind of like what we want.
Yeah, y'all selfish. Yeah, I'm glad he just said narcissist, but definitely selfish behavior.
In a way, yes, that's in a way that's being a little narcissistic. Yes.
So let me ask you this, right? Because I heard this a few times, and I just want to know what y'all women think about this. So I heard a woman say that when it comes to dating a man, right, she already has this fairy tale story in her head, and she try to find that man that fits that
Absolutely.
character. Is that true?
And a lot of times it's mimicked after either the father that she had or the father that she wanted.
The father?
Yeah, we do put in our head, like, yeah, you know what, you know, it starts with young girls. It starts early, them being impressionable, just like men. It starts really early with them being impressionable. And yeah,
I could kind of agree with that, but at the same time, people still want the opposite sometimes of what their parents are. You don't want to exactly date your parents. Yeah, you want some of the good sides that you probably see if you have, like, really good parents, but for the most part, people still really choose differently than what their parents are from the male or the female side.
Yeah, you want to, this certain kind of man. It's a certain kind of man you want for your children. And a lot of us prematurely, especially like the ones who get caught up in teenage, being teenage mothers and things like that. I know people who have been together, since they were teenagers, and they're still together now to this day, and they're 50. But I also, know people who have had children at, with teenage mothers and things like that, and, move on from that. Some successful, some not. You know what I'm saying? So it always all depends. You can't, take a wide brush and paint it and think that it's all gonna be the same, because that's not the case.
What you think?
I think for girls, if their fathers is in their life, they try to groom them or teach them how a man should treat them, right? So the whole thing is you go to school, you get your education and whatnot, but you find you a man, find you a nice guy, you get married and you have kids. What is it? The American dream, the typical American dream, right? So if your father is around and he's showing you certain things, yeah, when you meet a guy, you kind of have it in your head, all these qualifications and things like that you've been taught as a kid to what to look for in a, you know what I'm saying, in a man. And if your father treated you a certain way and did certain things for you, he brought you flowers, called you sweetheart, princess, spoiled you, give you what you want, you need a man in your life that's going to treat you at least like how I'm treating you, if not better.
Yes.
So when we meet a guy, it's like, okay, so he has to come with the flowers and he has to treat me like a princess.
Yes.
And daddies baby their girls. So women want to be babied by their men and they look for that.
Y'all don't even like that though all the time. I'm gonna be honest, y'all say that, but ultimately y'all really don't like that on a normal basis. So y'all still kind of look for the opposite of what the father. I feel like the best thing is a dad can treat the mother well, and the daughter can see that and just kind of go about that for us, not spoiling her, but seeing how a dynamic work between two people in the real world.
But then they go find a nigga that'll temporarily.
And I'm glad you brought up that point, right? Because I wanted to bring up this point.
Yeah, I do.
I wanted to bring up this point where we talked about the new modern man that don't want to be providers, that want 50-50 relationships, and and to talk about it, because it's like you got to peel the layer back when we talk about this, because I believe that women created these men, because like we said, like when a boy is young coming from a single mother household, he sees how strong his mother is. She pays the bill. She pays his cell phone bill. Probably bought him his first car. Probably bought him his first drink. Buy all his clothes. Feed him. Cook for him. Run his bath water. Bond him out of jail when he get in trouble. Baby him when he fall and hurt himself. So now he grows up as an adult in the world, and he's looking for that in a woman. And now you have these women saying, well, I want a provider, because they come from fathers who cuddle them. You see what I'm saying? My daddy did like my daughters. I do everything for them with no questions asked. I don't ask for phone calls, love, none of that. When my daughters need me, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And so they grow up with my man needs to be like my dad.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you're doing for me almost unconditionally without me even requiring certain things of you. That's crazy.
You have the men saying the women need to be like my mom. So this is where the disconnect come in at, because the women want providers like their dad, but the men want these strong black independent women like their mom. So they saying, okay, baby, I'm not paying all the bills. You need to show me my mama showed me that she can do it all by herself, and you can't give me half.
But most men that grow up that think like that, I think be a little bitter at women for certain reasons. They be a little bitter at their mamas.
I don't think they bitter. I just think
because a lot of men, when a lot of men that seek out women, especially like what you would call like the alpha male, strong, black men, or well, I guess I could say just men, period. But they seek to provide and protect and things like that. Now they don't want their women weak, but they don't want they allow them to operate in their soft space.
Well,
you
But
know?
I mean, I don't want to make a broad statement and say every man that asks a woman for 50-50 is wrong or a sucker or some shit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
But if it
you
works.
right. If it works for you, if you find a woman that's willing to meet you halfway, nigga, you won.
Yeah, you won.
Let's not get it twisted. You
Absolutely,
won.
absolutely.
A lot of chicks don't even qualify to like not work at all in today's society. A lot of them don't offer enough femininity, or just the fact of letting the guy be the guy. A lot of women don't offer that. So no, you probably do need to work and provide and bring something to the table, because you don't let me be me 100%. So yeah.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you have the narrative that these women are pushing, saying I'm boss bees and I hold my own and all that. So when you meet a man, what do you expect him to expect? He wants you to hold your weight, because this is what you preaching. You preaching that you a boss. So bosses pay bills.
I mean, but some,
Right.
you know, it just all depends on the man that you meet, because some men allow their women to, you know, boss up, and they still provide 100%.
Every real man would love to provide for his woman.
What is the difference between a real man and a fake man?
No, I'm saying a real man that understands that he's a man and his job as a man in a relationship. Because a lot of these niggas don't know their job. They just in relationships. They don't know how to lead. Y'all women say y'all want leaders. They don't know how to lead. And then the ones that do know how to lead, y'all call them controlling. So, you know,
But there's a difference between leading and being controlling. There is a controlling mechanism in a
agree.
relationship.
I agree,
Yeah.
but the submissiveness has to be at an A+ when you're dealing with a leader, because at some point when a leader
You should want a woman.
a leader's job is to make the best decision for the people that he's protecting. Okay,
Facts.
and sometimes that might not seem right to the person who's being led. And this where women a lot of times move in their emotions. They can't see the big picture, and so they clash because they don't want to follow their man. It might seem wrong, but the man has it mapped out because he's a leader. He know. So at some point, the woman has to say, you know what? I trust in you. Okay, I know I feel the way I feel, but I got trust in you as my man, as my leader, to lead us the right way. But what happens is these women are picking suckers and want them to be leaders. True. And then when they lead them down the damn dirt road, they get mad. Baby, you picked this nigga.
That's a
So
fact.
it's the women that's picking the niggas now.
Yeah, y'all have to pick us. All we can do is try.
That's
Attempt when we see a woman, we
That's
try
what's
to talk
wrong.
to her.
That's the thing. Y'all want to be pursued. Y'all want the women choosing y'all.
No.
Nah, it's not that. He's letting you know that y'all ultimately choose who's the perfect suitor for yourself, and if you choose wrong, it's on you.
Oh, that's
That's
not
what
what
you're
I'm
saying?
saying. But I will
What
say
you
this:
saying?
the women that pursue
Make it
us
clear.
treat us better than the ones we pursue. I can say
What
that much.
women out here pursuing?
A lot of them. A lot of them. A lot of them.
You tripping. The dudes that you really want, you probably pursuing them. That's why you got so many celebrities and athletes have so many of y'all in their DMs.
That's why,
What?
and that's
Where
why.
they at? Where
That's
y'all
why-
at, ladies?
that's
Where-
why
ladies,
I
where's
do
y'all
not-
at? Where y'all at out here chasing these men? Where y'all chasing them
I
to?
don't inbox no women. My inbox is full of women. Hey handsome, pick me up. You strong. Oh man, let me take you out. Let me cook for you. Let me rub you. My inbox is full of that.
You
shit.
answer too, don't you?
No. I don't answer. But what I'm saying is this:
If you do,
the ones that I have chosen to respond to, I notice that they treat me
You
better.
shouldn't be choosing. You shouldn't be dealing with women that chase you down and
That
all
sound
that type
crazy
of
as
stuff.
hell.
You
Women
should-
have
Real.
always chased the top niggas since the beginning of time.
top nigga. What I
Yeah.
just said you nigga. What do you get
I'm
the
a top nigga.
You put
What
yourself
where's
up
the
there
top?
with
Where's
I'm
the
a top
bottom
nigga.
nigga? Where's the in
I'm a
between?
top nigga. Shit.
why you trying to dictate what a man should do with his options? First of all, this man built himself up to even be getting those DMs. How you gonna tell him how to use them?
What is that?
Pedestal.
Huh?
You on your own pedestal.
No, I'm not on my own
Narcissist,
pedestal.
yes, you
but
are.
the thing about it, and see, this is why I say, when a man know his worth, like women they preach
So
it all the
you
time. I
say-
know my
so-
worth.
Okay,
But when a man
if you
knows
knew
his
your
worth,
you ain't gotta say it. You
I
ain't
can-
gotta.
how?
If you top tier, you ain't gotta tell everybody
we
they
having
know.
a conversation right now.
You don't.
do
You
y'all hear me walking
you
around
exude-
telling everybody
you
I'm a top
exude
dog?
everything top tier.
We're
You do
having-
not have to say it.
We
That's all
are
I'm
having
saying.
a conversation.
That's all I'm saying.
You see,
wouldn't
that's
have to say it.
narcissism.
You wouldn't have to say it. If you was top tier, you ain't got to say it.
But she
they gonna
sat there
see
and
it.
preached on how good of a damn mother she was. Though.
Uh-huh.
She can preach on her accolades, but when I preach on mine, I'm crazy.
You did,
You see
Robin.
this narcissistic shit?
You did,
just said
Robin.
that.
You
Narcissistic.
did, Robin.
That's not
Narcissistic.
being narcissistic. That's not.
You even said it. She
Did I
said
say-
me 1,000 times.
Yeah, I was talking about me. I
Right.
can't
He said, "You hear this narcissistic shit, bro?"
speak for
I
nobody else.
raised some good kids.
My
I
kids
did-
is good.
I get that.
My kids
and
good.
we gave you your flowers.
But I didn't say I'm a top tier BID da da
Man,
da da.
well.
No, I didn't
Man,
say all
well.
I
that.
can identify.
He basically said you a top tier mom. Come on now.
Man, where my ass? He just
Baby,
said he a top tier nigga. I said, what's
myself
top
the way I
tier?
want to, baby.
You
What do you mean?
can.
Yes.
You can
yes,
you
and I'm a
definitely
top tier
can.
nigga. Yes.
Okay.
With 5 baby
If
mamas.
you say,
Can I elaborate?
shit.
All
Let,
right.
let me elaborate
All
real
right.
quick because I'm listening to
I
everybody.
mean, you can say what you want to. Everybody can. It is America.
Yeah, I get. Let me elaborate. Like, I'm glad you brought that up because it goes back to what I was saying before. Like, everybody has their idea of what's right. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, that's why I'm listening to everybody, and all I'm saying to myself is how strong and how important it is to have both parents in the house. See what I'm saying? Because when you, from the way y'all talking, it's coming from a single parent's mindset. You know, oh, when I had my daughters, I was doing this, or when I had my sons, I was doing this. See, it's very important for these.
You live with your baby mamas?
We ain't talking about me.
Do you live with your baby mama?
There you go.
Do you live with your baby mamas?
But I'm cool with all of them.
Do you live with them?
No,
Do you got keys to their house so you can go over anytime?
sometimes some of them.
Your kids, do your
What?
kids see you and their mothers on a united front?
Sometimes.
Oh man.
So see, you got to hear me out. Or what I'm saying, it's important for the child to see both. You see
In
what I'm
their
saying?
life, or is it important for them to be in the house together?
It's both. Like, it's important for them to be in the house
Oh,
together.
so it's not okay for them to be apart for their own sanity, but they just got to stay there for the sake of the kids.
Well, it's okay. I get where you're going at, Robin.
Come on, just
okay?
tell me what- tell
get
me
where
what
you're
it
going
is.
at. No, that's
Tell
not-
me what it
that's-
is.
That you're trying. That's that manipulating. You know, you're trying.
Well, call me a manipulator. I'm finna manipulate y'all ass today.
You've been doing this
What's
since
up?
you've been here.
Tell me, answer the
Okay,
question.
but just look at it like this. Okay, when you got both parents in the house, that is going to be more productive for that child. There's no way around
even
it.
all them niggas
So-
and women that's sitting in Cook County Jail right now and in the Illinois Department of Corrections, who mama and daddy still at home, rooting for them,
Wait a minute, Robin.
sending the money and all
Robin.
that. They situation came out
Hold on,
better. It ain't
hold
had
on.
nothing to do
Hold
with
on, Robin.
nothing else.
I mean, we just talking about the catalyst of what could be better. Of course, people could still deviate even if you got the right ingredients. But 9 times out of 10, if you got both, it's still going to be a better catalyst. Other things going to play in the part, the environment, how that person's characteristics are. Sometimes you just can't change people. You got people come out as souls. Every soul is already set up a certain way. Certain fact, like there's certain things that how my kids are, my daughters are. I didn't teach them that. They just are who they are on how they just act. So yeah.
Just mom and
hear
daddy in the
me
house,
out,
huh?
though. Hear me out on the point that I'm trying to get across.
Come
Hear
on
me
with
out
it.
on
Hurry
why
it
I'm
up.
even saying this. Okay, on why it's so important
I'm listening.
to see both parents. Because if you just see that one parent, that could become a focal point for a child. You know, like a boy want to treat a woman a certain way because that's all he see is that of the woman. But if he saw the father as well, he'll understand the difference.
What
of that.
about just a healthy relationship?
All you do is try to make excuses.
I just asked the question. What about just having a healthy relationship? You worried about where the people live at. They might not like each other no more. So what about mama and daddy? Mama live over there, daddy live over there, and they have a healthy co-parenting relationship.
But the child,
there is a such thing as
right,
co-parenting.
right? But the
So,
child might
with
not
that
see
said,
that. The child might not see that other parent.
if they're
'Cause he's not in the
co-parenting,
house.
he's seeing his parent.
Okay,
Both of them.
Okay, look
in
at it
a
like
healthy
this.
space.
Okay, hear me out, Robin. What if they the other parent that's not in the household works a lot, and so it's very hard for this child to see. Now, if the the parent was in the house, at least the child could get some of that because the parent is in the house.
They still ain't gonna see him. They gonna be at work all the time.
Go ahead.
I get what you're saying, and I get where you're going. The other parent, the second parent, can be in the house. But what's the relationship like?
Yeah, y'all want them to forget about themselves and just worry about the kids.
In the house don't necessarily mean that's a healthy environment for that child
I
to
agree.
witness. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
The thing of it is, whether they work a lot or they don't work a lot, whatever their position is in the work field, when they come home, is the father being verbally abusive and physically abusive towards the mother? It could be vice versa. Is it a lot of negativity being thrown around in front of that child's face? So just because both parents are in the house, I get where you're trying to go with it, but that don't necessarily mean that.
Now
it's
y'all, now you know what you guys are doing. Now you guys are thinking individual. Now y'all turning what the narrative that I'm trying to get across on an individual experience.
No, we're not. It's a lot of women. It's a lot of people out here.
That
this
happens,
is not a
but we're talking about what's more productive for the child.
Who's to say that though?
Okay, but you know,
It is more productive. You still have to have two good parents, though.
what? At the end of the day, both parties are right, because although statistics say that children end up in better positions with both parents, although we all know that's not the case a lot of times.
It's not always the case.
It is a toxic relationship in the household, but the percentage of healthy family households, it outweighs the negative.
Exactly.
It's always
but a healthy relationship or a healthy parenting comes from a healthy adult.
Not really. I was
you
raised
have
by
to
some
have
sick motherfuckers. I turned out pretty decent.
I get what she said, because what she said, that's very narcissistic. What she just said.
You can describe yourself however you so choose. I think that a lot of people would beg to differ, but anywho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're a narcissist.
Exactly.
What you just said is very narcissistic. Like, oh, what about if it's just a adult? You just can't get past yourself, can you, Robin?
I'm an adult. I'm not an adult.
Okay, I want.
All right, YouTube, we're going to go ahead and cut it for right there. Y'all make sure y'all check out Date Night Podcast, man. I hope they channel blow up. Mac Mall, which is the host with the green shirt on, this man definitely be cooking. I like everybody that he bring on. The doctor, he be a little all over the place, but I still like listening to some of his points. Definitely great content, man. Y'all definitely go over to his channel. I'm gonna have it linked into the description. Make sure y'all support, subscribe, the whole nine. And yeah, man, y'all like this video, comment on my perspective reacting to this video. Sub to the channel. This is JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all, peace.